Search makes finding your perfect vehicle a snap.
It's easy at Sheehy.com.
Tonight, breaking news just as we come on the air. The Saudi press agency reporting just moments ago. The Saudis now acknowledge Washington Post writer Jamal Khashoggi is dead. They claim he died in a fight in the consulate. 18 Saudis now detained. Our foreign correspondent standing by with the breaking news. Also tonight, the scenes of chaos. Authorities moving in as thousands of migrants headed toward the U.S., some now arrested long before they get here. And President Trump tonight doubling down on his threat to use the military to shut down the U.S. border. Developing now from the Justice Department, charges just in, a Russian effort to affect the midterms just 18 days from now. The scare in midair, a flight out of Miami slamming into severe turbulence, throwing passengers into the air, several injured. The U.S. commander and the close call. Tonight we now learn he was forced to draw his weapon when a gunman opened fire moments after a meeting. The boy speaking out to ABC News, wrongly accused by a woman in this surveillance of groping her. She says she called the police. It was just his backpack. You'll hear from that boy tonight. And it's Friday night. Are you dreaming of $1 billion? Your question's answered. How late can you buy your ticket tonight? How much of that billion will you actually see? But we're not complaining.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a very busy Friday night. And we do begin with fast-moving developments in the disappearance of Washington Post writer Jamal Khashoggi. The Saudis just moments ago confirming he is dead. They say he was killed in a fistfight inside that consulate he entered, never to be seen again. 18 people now being detained tonight. A top intelligence official has now been dismissed. It was 17 days ago Khashoggi was last seen alive entering the Saudi consulate in Turkey, his fiancée waiting outside. So let's get right to ABC senior foreign correspondent Ian Pannell leading us off from Istanbul tonight. Ian, what have you learned?
Yeah, good evening, David. This is major breaking news. As you say, what we're hearing is that Mr. Khashoggi apparently, when he went into that consulate on October the 2nd, got into some kind of disagreement with the people inside. They describe a fist fight breaking out, which they say led to his death. This is an official statement from the Saudi press agency. They then go on to say that there will continue to be an investigation into what happened, but 18 people have been taken into custody. In addition to that, a whole series of senior officials in the Saudi intelligence apparatus have also been taken into custody, including the deputy head of intelligence, someone who is extremely close to the Crown Prince. Here in Turkey, their investigations presumably will still carry on. But as I say, major news here in Istanbul tonight. David?
Where they have confirmed that Washington Post reporter Jamal Khashoggi is dead, in fact. And Ian Pannell on the story every step of the way. Ian, thank you on the breaking news tonight. In the meantime, we're following another developing story at this hour. The images of chaos south of the border, the caravan of migrants pushing its way toward the U.S. Authorities arresting people along that route tonight. President Trump now warning if Mexican authorities don't stop them, he will send the U.S. military to the border. Here's ABC's chief White House correspondent Jonathan Karl tonight.
Police in Mexico wearing riot gear today faced off with migrants fleeing deep poverty and gang violence in Central America. The caravan of an estimated 3,000 or so people, many of them families with children, broke through a fence near Mexico's border with Guatemala. President Trump says he's prepared to bring in the military to keep them out of the United States.
If that doesn't work out, we're calling up the military, not the Guard, we're calling up the military. And we're going to have the military stationed. They're not coming into this country. They might as well turn back. They're not coming into this country.
After declining last year, the flow of undocumented immigrants is now surging to near record levels on President Trump's watch. More than 37,000 apprehended at the U.S.-Mexican border in August alone. Now the president wants to make the migrant caravan a defining issue for the midterm elections.
This will be an election of Kavanaugh, the caravan, law and order, and common sense.
The president is on a campaign blitz, 16 days on the trail since Labor Day. He's telling his supporters that even though he's not on the ballot, the midterm elections are really all about him.
Get out in 2018 because you're voting for me in 2018. You're voting for me. And I'm not on the ticket. but I am on the ticket because this is also a referendum about me. Get out and vote. I want you to vote. Pretend I'm on the ballot.
Still, the president tells the Associated Press that if Republicans lose, it won't be his fault.
John Carl with us live tonight from the White House. You heard the president there saying this is the election of Kavanaugh and the caravan, and President Trump is going to be campaigning not only in Arizona tonight and in Nevada tomorrow. John, we're going to see a lot of him in the days ahead.
David, he will be a near constant presence on the campaign trail for the final 2.5 weeks before the midterms. In fact, if they stick to the current plan, the president will spend more days on the campaign trail than he does here at the White House between now and November 6th. David?
The stakes are enormous. John Carl live at the White House. John, thank you. And yet another developing story. This one also involves the midterm elections tonight. The Justice Department a short time ago just announcing charges in an effort to interfere with the election, which is just 18 days away now. President Trump is now responding to this late today as authorities say the Russians are at it again. ABC's Chief Justice Correspondent Pierre Thomas on the breaking headline tonight.
Tonight, for the first time, an alleged Russian operative indicted on charges of meddling in the upcoming midterm elections. The FBI says 44-year-old Elena Kayashinova is part of an ongoing Russian conspiracy to spread distrust towards candidates for U.S. political office and the U.S. political system, and to sow division and discord. Much of the activity involves social media posts like this targeting hot-button issues in the U.S. gun rights, immigration, the NFL national anthem debate, and race relations, specifically tensions erupting from the 2017 Charlottesville protests. The Russian posed as Americans and had thousands of followers on social media. President Trump suggesting the impact was minimal.
Nothing to do with my campaign. You know, all of the hackers and all of everybody that you see, nothing to do with my campaign. If they're hackers, a lot of them probably like Hillary Clinton better than me. Now they do. Now they do. But, you know, they go after some hacker in Russia and they say, oh, that had nothing to do with my campaign.
A little more than 2 weeks to the midterms. Pierre Thomas live from Washington tonight. And Pierre, federal prosecutors say this Russian woman charged is part of a wider conspiracy.
That's right, David. Prosecutors say she's part of the same group that targeted the 2016 election, including the Russian oligarch who is very close to Putin. David, she remains in Russia, allegedly still working to undermine U.S. democracy, with little chance she'll be brought here. David?
Pierre Thomas, thank you. We move on tonight to that midair scare, to what some passengers are calling the flight from hell. More than a dozen people hurt, some bleeding, when the passenger plane out of Miami then hit severe turbulence. Passengers were sent into the air, personal items thrown across the cabin. Here's our aviation correspondent, David Curley, tonight.
It was violent, jarring, and damaging inside this A330. We had tremendous turbulence. There were people who were slammed against the roof, this passenger said. Some injured, bleeding, as food, containers, pillows were thrown into the aisles. The galley a mess. The inside fuselage stained from drinks that went flying as well. Turbulence can hit without warning. It happens when a fast-moving jet stream and one moving slower pass along each other, disturbing the air. Pilots often can't see it. That's called clear air turbulence. The Aerolíneas Argentinas flight from Miami to Buenos Aires was cruising at altitude when the jet hit the disturbed air. 15 of the 192 passengers on board were injured. Nearly all were shaken.
So let's get to more on those passengers. David Curley with us live tonight. And David, we know that several of the passengers were evaluated for further treatment.
As the 15 were injured, 8 of them were taken for a medical checkup. All the injuries, David, were described as minor. Every year, though, about 24 people here in the U.S. are injured on flights in the U.S.
You've reported so often on that severe turbulence. David Curley tonight, thank you. We're going to turn now to that very close call for a U.S. commander. A clearer portrait now emerging tonight after a deadly attack in Afghanistan. The commander of U.S. and NATO forces, General Scott Miller, was in fact forced to draw his weapon. ABC's Chief Global Affairs Correspondent Martha Raddatz and what she's learned tonight.
This is General Scott Miller in Kandahar, just minutes before gunfire erupted at a meeting with Afghan officials discussing the upcoming election.
We know there's going to be some violence, but I'm very confident that your forces are prepared for this election.
Later, the group moves outside to await Miller's helicopter when a man in an Afghan uniform opened fire with an automatic weapon. That's when General Miller pulled out his own 9mm pistol, others also drawing their weapons. The gunman was quickly shot dead, but he left a trail of carnage. The Kandahar police chief, seen here at the meeting, was killed, as well as a Kandahar intelligence official. The local governor wounded, along with 2 Americans, a service member and a civilian, and a contractor working for the U.S. government. Today, General Scott Miller back on the streets of Afghanistan. In this 17-year war, this appears to be the closest a commanding general of forces has been to being shot or seriously harmed.
So let's get right to Martha tonight in our Washington bureau. And we know the Taliban has claimed responsibility, Martha, but do U.S. officials think that they knew the U.S. commander was there, that Miller was the target?
Well, U.S. officials believe the Kandahar officials were the target, but it's really hard to say, David, given that the gunman is dead and Miller was in the group the gunman fired on, and they certainly knew he had been there for probably several hours. David?
All right, Martha Raddatz live with us on a Friday night. Martha, thank you. I'm back here at home now, and the new headline tonight in Robert Mueller's investigation, former Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort was in a Virginia courtroom today, arriving in a wheelchair. His attorney says Manafort is suffering, quote, significant health issues in confinement. He is now scheduled to be sentenced February 8th for tax evasion and bank fraud. Prosecutors have dropped 10 remaining counts. It's all part of the deal for cooperating with Robert Mueller's team now. Next tonight here, the growing flood disaster in Texas. They do not need any more rain, but flash flood watches are in effect as we start this weekend. Authorities again opening the floodgates to relieve the pressure. That's the Mansfield Dam we've been showing you all week long there in Austin. Elsewhere, bitterly cold temperatures moving in by Sunday. Wind chills in the 20s and 30s from the Midwest to New England. Meteorologist Rob Marciano tracking it all for us tonight. Rob?
Hey, David, as that next batch of even colder air sets up in Canada, we are looking at more rain still in Dallas and Fort Worth with their wettest autumn on record. You see it on the radar scope. The rain ahead of that cold front stretches all the way into southern Michigan. That will be released down to the south, and that front will be all the way through the northeast and into the deep south. It looks like by Sunday morning, wind chills will be in the 30s along I-95, 20s Pittsburgh, Columbus, Detroit, and Chicago. And then Monday morning across the northeast, temperatures will be below the freezing mark as far as wind chills in Boston and Albany. Could see record cold daytime highs in Tennessee, Kentucky, and New York. David?
Rob Marciano with us on a Friday. Rob, thank you. We're going to turn overseas tonight. One more troubling image, the deadly train accident. This comes out of northern India tonight. More than 50 people were killed when a speeding train slammed into a large crowd during a religious festival today. Authorities say victims were standing on the tracks watching a fireworks display and did not see the train coming. Witnesses say the train did not stop after the accident. Back here tonight and to an ABC News exclusive. It was the video seen by millions. A woman wrongly accusing a 9-year-old boy of grabbing her in a store on camera. It turned out just to be his backpack. That woman confronting the boy and his mother, and now that mom and child are talking to ABC's Lindsay Davis.
Sexually assaulted by a child. 9-year-old Jeremiah Harvey was in a Brooklyn convenience store with his mother last week when Teresa Klein, who was dubbed on social media as Corner Store Carolyn, accused him of sexual assault and said she was calling the police.
That's right, the son grabbed my.
But surveillance video proved Jeremiah did not assault the woman. His backpack accidentally grazed her.
It's still hard because I have this lately on my mind, like I can't think nothing more but this.
That night, Jeremiah says he cried out of fear that he or his mother would be taken away by police. And now, more than 1 week later, Jeremiah still visibly traumatized by the incident.
Are you concerned that this has permanently scarred Jeremiah?
Yes, I am.
After watching the surveillance video, Klein apologized.
Young man, I don't know your name, but I'm sorry.
Do you accept her apology?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I know that this is going to take some time. It's going to take a lot of healing.
Healing and heartache. But beyond this hashtag, there's also hope. Jeremiah has emerged with a message.
Friendship is the key.
Lindsay Davis, ABC News, New York.
Lindsay, thank you. We're going to turn now to the headline worth $1 billion tonight. Have you bought a ticket? I hope so. The first ever $1 billion Mega Millions jackpot. The drawing just hours away now. The images coming in all day long. Look at this. We had to speed it up just to get through it. This is the line. That's the California-Nevada border. They waited up to 3 hours right there alone to buy their tickets. Similar scenes from all over the country tonight. Long lines in Atlanta. Lottery tickets printing nonstop in Washington, D.C.